Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Ethel's Farm. On today's episode we're going to be talking all things quails, from raising them in the incubator to caring for them in their adult life. In this episode I'm going to be telling you everything from raising them in an incubator, caring for them in their adult life, what they need feeding, how you're going to deal with the first egg hatch. Everything is going to be in this episode, so please keep tuned and carry on watching, as we've got a year-old male here. He's a little bit wet actually because I've just grabbed him from outside. He's just been running through the rain again. If you've ever wondered how to hatch quails at home, what settings to use, what to expect along the way, this video is for you. So let's get to it. We love raising quail here because they're small, quiet, easy to take care of and mature really quickly. Quail's eggs hatch about 17 to 18 days, which is much faster than chicken eggs. They're great for beginners and perfect if you don't have a ton of space or experience. What supplies you'll need? Before we start, here's what you'll need. A reliable incubator. I'm going to put the link below of the incubator I bought from Amazon. You're going to also need fertile quail eggs. You could get these from a local farmer, breeders online. I did actually get mine from a supermarket the first time, not from a reliable breeder. I will tell you more about that shortly. You're going to need a thermometer, a marker pen for marking the eggs, an egg turner, a small flashlight for candling. However, I actually use my mobile phone torch. I purchased a table incubator, but most incubators work the same way. However, my incubator actually turned the eggs, so I would recommend paying that little bit more money for one that will turn the eggs. It saves you having to do this 3 times a day. Prepping the incubator. First, plug in your incubator 24 hours before adding the eggs so it can stabilise. For quail, the temperature wants to be 99.5 Fahrenheit, 37.5 Celsius. Humidity wants to be 45 to 50 for the first 14 days. Once everything is ready, you're ready to load the eggs. Gently place your eggs in the incubator. If you're hand turning them, mark an X on one side of the egg and a note on the other. It might help you out if you're doing this manually. Eggs need to be turned at least 3 times a day until lockdown. Daily care. During incubation, check the temperatures and humidity daily. Refill the water channels as needed. Avoid opening the incubator too often. I would recommend not opening the incubator at all for the first week. Around day 7 to 10, you can candle the eggs to check for development. Once you candle them, I actually use my phone torch. You should see veins and tiny movement in the egg. That obviously indicates the egg is fertile and there's life developing. At this stage, you want to remove any clear or bad eggs. Now, an egg that's not fertilised by day 8 is gonna light up like a light bulb. It'll be really obvious to you that clearly there's no life in there. It's gonna be quite apparent to you. Don't get me wrong, there will be some that you're unsure of, but if it is lighting up, you're 100% certain there is no life in that egg, so you can remove that. Lockdown. On day 14, it's time for lockdown. Stop turning the eggs. Increase the humidity to 65 to 70. Do not open the incubator. This helps the chicks hatch without membrane drying out. Hatch day. Around day 17 to 18, you'll start to hear peeping and see tiny cracks called pips. Now this is the chick starting the process of hatching. It's tempting to help, but don't assist unless it's absolutely necessary. Let nature do its thing. I personally kind of witnessed one egg almost took over 12 hours to hatch, and I was thinking it was going to die, but it didn't. So you just need to bear this in mind, it will take time. Chicks on average I'd say took about 4 to 6 hours, but there was some that took a lot longer. Now this is a magical time when you're starting to see chicks come in. So you want to leave the chicks in the incubator until they're fully dry and fluffy. Then I actually waited about 12 to 24 hours till they were fully dry, and because one other had hatched late and I had fluffy chicks, I had to be really quick to lift off the incubator lid and move the chicks into a brooder. Now let's talk about the brooder. When you move them in a brooder, you almost want this brooder prepared on day 16, I'd recommend. The temperature for the brooder wants to be around 95 Fahrenheit. Some quail starter feed. I'm going to put the link below. Basically, you have to remember, these are tiny, tiny birds, and the quail feed pretty much gives them all the protein they need, but in small little mouth-sized bites. It's almost like dust of sand.
so the chicks can eat and swallow. You're going to want to add a water dish. Now, because these chicks are so small, I'd recommend putting marbles or pebbles in the bottom, so if a chick falls over, it's not going to drown. Common mistakes: temperature too high or too low, low humidity during lockdown, opening an incubator on hatch day, dirty equipment. I'd say the first time I'd hatched them, it wasn't a successful hatch rate. Now, this wasn't because I set the incubator up wrong. Because I bought my quail eggs from a local supermarket, the hatch rate was probably just a disaster because they're not supposed to be having male quails mixed in with the females. So I'm guessing 60% of my eggs weren't even fertile to begin with. Now, the second time I did it, I actually bought fertile quail's eggs and mixed the species together so there wasn't any inbreeding. Now, my quails were actually laying eggs after 14 weeks and I was getting fresh eggs every day. If you bear that in mind compared to like getting a chicken, my chickens are 8 months and still haven't started laying. Compare that to a quail, you're buying a quail's egg at 14 weeks later, they're laying eggs again already. The full cycle is so fast from a quail being a chick to being a grown adult. What I will say as well is when you have the quail chicks, just enjoy that first 7 days with them because they grow so quickly. Because you are breeding them and hatching them yourself, what's great is you'll create a bond with the chick. Now, as you can see with my quails, it is a magical thing watching quails hatch. You start to see the personality straight away. They are very, very cute. So that's how we hatch quail eggs. If you found this helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and let me know in the comments below if you've hatched quails before or plan to try it.
Hi guys, thanks for watching another episode of Ethel's Farm. We really do need your likes and your subscribes. So if you could just subscribe right now, just click that button right there. And say goodbye. Say bye. So on this channel I'm going to be talking everything from the chickens, raising quails, to the landscaping of the garden, from the dogs, the pugs, the Frenchies. I'm going to keep everything on here, so I need you to like and subscribe to keep the channel going. Give me a follow, give me a like, subscribe, subscribe, subscribe!